Welcome to my Sukkah. It's only fallen down a little bit because of the rain. So, we have here, I'm going to tell you a story about Sukkah. But before we do that, I'm going to say the bracha for sitting in the Sukkah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu le'shev b'sukkah, which is basically thanking God for giving us the mitzvah of sitting and living in the Sukkah. Some people sleep in the Sukkah overnight. I have to say, because of the rain in Melbourne, not such a fun idea for me. Anyway, I want to tell you a story about this little thing right here. This is called an etrog. An etrog is grown especially to be able to use by Sukkot. So I'm going to tell you a really short story. Once upon a time, there were a bunch of etrogim that lived in, that were actually picked and brought into a special store in Jerusalem. And they were all put in these big boxes. And in Israel and in certain communities, it's really, really important to have a really special etrog. And the more special the etrog, the more special the holiday is going to be for you. And the more, I don't know, prestigious you are, the more important you are, in theory. Anyway, there was these etrogim, and there was this big etrog that was big and beautiful and yellow and bumpy. It's supposed to be bumpy. And it was looking down at this other little tiny etrog that was a bit green around the corner and said, you know what, nobody's going to want you. You're so little and bumpy and ugly and green and bleh. No one's going to want you. Look at me. I am big and I am beautiful and everybody's going to want me. Anyway, long story short, a very, very important man in the community came, and he was looking to buy the most perfect, the most beautiful etrog. And so the seller went to go get this big, beautiful etrog, and when he did, he grabbed it in, and the etrog fell, and what he did is he accidentally knocked off the pitom, which is a special part of the etrog that's used to make it kosher. Well, it was no longer usable. So no matter how big and beautiful it was no longer usable. And the little etrog looked down at the big etrog and thought, oh, poor thing, I feel so badly. He really, really wanted to go into this nice house and sit in a beautiful silver etrog box, but it's not going to happen. Well, meanwhile, the etrog seller said, there's only one little etrog left. And in that etrog, it's not really good enough for you. And he says, let me see. Well, meanwhile, the little etrog, because he was looking down at the big etrog and forgot how mean and rude and arrogant he was, he started to grow beautiful, and all of the green spots went away, and he became yellow and gorgeous. And the man, the very, very important man in the community, bought the etrog, and he was very happy, and they lived happily ever after. In other words, if you're kind and compassionate and not judgmental and think you're better than everybody else, you're going to be able to look beautiful to all who come across you. So that is my Sukkot message. And now, it is customary to shake the lulav and the etrog. So you hold it up like this, and you put, this is the etrog, and it reminds us of the heart. And because it's shaped like a heart, and it bounces like this. This is the adas, or the lulav, and it reminds us of the mouth. And it reminds us, and this is the myrtle, the hadas, and it reminds us of the eyes because they're shaped like eyes. And this, the lulav, or the palm branch, reminds us of the spine to stand up straight. And it reminds us that what we see, we look for the good in people, we speak good to people, we feel love and compassion for people, and we stand up tall for what is right in the world. And we bring all of these together and we say, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al netilat lulav. And then we turn this over and we shake to the sky, up to the heaven, and down to the earth, and to the right, and behind, and here. And we say from the heavens to the earth and all around the world, may we be blessed with joy and beauty and happiness, and good smelling things, and wishing you all a beautiful, beautiful Chag Sukkot Sameach. Thank you for joining me in my Sukkah that is still standing miraculously.